Professor Bettina Borisch, the Executive Director of the World Federation of Public Health Associations. Our current president, Professor Luis Eugenio de Souza, asked me to give you an overview of the recent activities of the Federation. Difficult task, as there are many things that would be worthwhile reporting. But talking to you at SHAM, I'll try to underline those of our activities that pertain directly to sustainable health equity. I have chosen the World Congress on Public Health, our work on the Pandemic Treaty, and the UN General Assembly. In May 23, over 3,000 public health professionals, researchers, policymakers, and students convened in Rome, Italy for the 17th Congress on Public Health, an event organized by the World Federation in association with its local public health association, the Italian Society of Hygiene, Preventive Medicine and Public Health, and the Association of Schools of Public Health in the European region, ASFER. The theme of the Congress, A World in Turmoil, Opportunities to Focus on the Public's Health, reflected our commitment as the global community to work together in and outside of our respective fields to promote health equity and to build a more sustainable and just future. 3 days are not enough to solve the world's health problems, but they may remind us of the potential of the public health community, particularly in difficult moments called crisis. Let me cite some of the keynote session's topics. One Health, planetary health. We need a new understanding of health for all. That means the animals, the plants, the whole ecosystem of living organisms, including humans. We were reminded of the increasing inequities, the threat that this poses to democracy, and the fact that the poor ones are always the most vulnerable. Political action is needed. Also in the field of digital health, inequities are a main point. We have to pay attention to the fact that inequity should not be enlarged by the new technologies. Mental health, vaccine confidence, as well as the ongoing multilateral discussions on IHR and pandemic treaty were topics. I proposed to the audience to give some thought to wars, purely man-made disaster that needs our public health action. We have to raise our voices against a global political system based on the right to inflict violence as a means of gaining power. The patriarchal mindset has led to the normalization of this way of doing. Let's go to the pandemic treaty. You know that in December 21, the second ever special session of the World Health Assembly established an intergovernmental negotiating body, INB, to draft and negotiate a convention, agreement, or other international instrument to strengthen pandemic prevention, preparedness, and response. The INB's work is based on the principles of inclusiveness, transparency, efficiency, member states' leadership, and consensus. The 6th meeting of this INB was just held in July of this year. And according to the process, the draft for a pandemic accord should be final for consideration in May 24. We at the World Federation follow the process, submit statements, first to the collection of topics and now to the direction that the discussion on the so-called zero draft is taking. Our objective is always sustainable health equity. In parallel, there is the work on the international health regulations. We work there too. Both occasions leave, as to our understanding, a limited space for civil society, but this is a topic of its own. And lastly, we also work to prepare our presence and our statements for the UN General Assembly to be held this year in September. All our activities are done in close collaboration with like-minded partner organizations, which I do not have the time to mention all. But let me thank you for your attention.